Today we are going to understand the center of Agya Chakra, which is placed on the crossing of the optic chiasma. The nerves that supply the eyes go backwards in the opposite direction, and wherever they cross, this subtle center is situated. It has a continuous connection with the other center through the medulla oblongata. This center has got two petals, and this subtle center on one side acts through the eyes, and at the back of the head where you have some protrusion. This is the physical side of this center is. Now the people who talk of the third eye, this is the third eye. So that we have two eyes with which we see, and there's a third eye which is a subtler eye through which we can see. If you see this eye, that means you are away from it. For example, if you can see your eyes, that means you are seeing your reflection, not the reality. If you see anything, that means you are looking at it. So those people who say they see an eye, for example, people who take LSD and all such things, they start seeing another eye. They just see this eye and they think their third eye has opened. Actually, you are very much away from the eye. That's why you can see it. You go to a supraconscious level on the right side, and on the left side to the subconscious level, you can see the eye. But in Sahaja Yoga, you have to see through that eye. Like a window, you can look at the window, but if you see through the window, you can't look at the window. So this illusion that people have that we can see third eye, and that's why whoever Kundalini is awakened, they are sadly mistaken. This is a very narrow passage through which attention cannot pass normally. It's an impossible thing. It's a very narrow passage where the ego and superego fit onto each other and cross each other just like this. And there is no gap in between for the Kundalini to pass. This superego and ego go downward and come to the Vishuddhi chakra and circle round it and go in the same direction. So you find that they come up to this place, they start from this place, go up to the Agya chakra, and then they cross over. But here they are in the same direction as they were. Here they cross over. So when you have a problem on the left hand side, you get the effects of that on the right hand side. But the right hand starts from here up to this side, and the left hand starts, say, from here to here. But the left hand actually acts on the right hand side. So this third eye is to be penetrated through, or we have to enter into the third eye through Kundalini awakening. But it is such a closed passage, it is the door to the limbic area, which is the kingdom of God. That anybody who tries to push their attention through this closed door either goes to the left or to the right. And this is the beginning of the trouble of the people when they don't understand that whatever is unknown is not God, is not divine. So, when they move on the right side, they go to the supraconscious area. And they start seeing hallucinations. Actually, these are not hallucinations but actual things because they exist on the right hand side. So they start seeing things of the right hand side. They may see colors and the formation of colors, and they may see also people who are dead, who have been very egoistical. They can see Gandharvas and Kinnaras because they go to the Gandharva lok, to the right side, and start seeing those things in the unknown awareness of supraconsciousness. But that movement is very dangerous. Because if anybody catches you there, then you get an added personality sitting on your head. And you get possessed by ego. And you become on your own and you actually become malignant. Hitler is one of the examples of that. He learned this from the Tibetan lamas, how to go to the supraconscious. And when he learnt it from them, he used it and made many people supraconscious, ego-oriented. You must have heard about the Lama system, which was another big problem, was to, they knew who is going, the future part, who is going to be the next Lama, where you will find him, where you will get him. All the future things they knew, and people thought this was divine. To know future is not divine. It's an area which we should never go to because it's an imbalance. We are human beings and we have to know the present and not the future. Once you go through the present stage, then you reach a height from where you can see the past, the present and the future. Supposing on the Mother Earth, if you have a means of going higher and hang yourself there, then you can see whatever has passed through, and you can also see what is going to come, and wherever you are in the present. In the same way, when a person ascends, in reality, in the present, he goes at this point in the super consciousness, from where he sees his supraconscious right side, and also he can see his subconscious, but he has no interest. He wants to rise in the present. And this is what actually the Kundalini awakening is. So all those people who say that Kundalini, in the awakening of the Kundalini, it is very difficult and it is harmful, are the people who have no right to awaken the Kundalini. So when they try to play tricks, actually the sympathetic nervous system goes into great agitation. And this sympathetic system on the left and right side start extracting more energy from the central path. So much so that it gets exhausted and such a person becomes actually a mental wreck. So many people who said that we are raising your Kundalini by this method or that method wreck the life of the sadhakas. Ultimately, they are left high and dry without achieving anything. Now, this Agya Chakra can be opened when the Kundalini goes up and opens it down. But supposing if you are too much ego oriented, then you have turned it so tight, say the two ropes have turned it so tight that nothing can pass through. Or if you are too much of a superego and a frightened personality and dominated one, then also it is twisted so badly that Agya Chakra cannot be opened. So what we have to do is to give a balance to the Agya Chakra by removing left to the right or right to the left according to the need is, which you will understand in the technique of Sahaj Yoga, after realization, not before. Now when the balance is established, then this the chakras, the Agya Chakra becomes little also better off because there's no twist on it. And then only when the Kundalini rises, she can push through. If you are a normal person, if you are not ego and superego type, then there is no problem to raise your Kundalini through your Agya. And thus we understand that Agya Chakra, which is the most important door through which everybody has to pass. Everybody has to pass. And that has to be properly worshipped and kept clean. For that, you must keep your attention very clean. Your attention has to be clean. If your attention is soiled, then your Agya Chakra will not be alright. Then you will have hallucinations, you will have wrong ideas, and you will think of wrong things. So if you really want to find the meaning of your being, if you really want awakening of the Kundalini, then know that whatever you have known so far about God or everything has to be revised, has to be again seen for yourself what it is like. Unless and until you pass through this, you cannot be baptized